This drama was a fun drama to watch. I have to say this first. I recommend this drama. It's fun to watch because of the comedy bits, seeing the relationships between certain characters. And Cha Tae-yeon, he should be one of the reasons why you're watching this because this guy is the heart and soul of this drama. And every time I would see him in a scene, I know it's going to be good. It doesn't matter if it's serious or funny, it's gonna be good. So at the beginning of the episode, it starts off with the 5 students basically doing their training, doing their drills, and who would later become the 2021 freshman recruitments. When you're watching at the beginning of the episode, yeah, you would see these 5 characters training and doing these drills, but later on we find out it's only an ad, and the people on the ad were just other people, not the exact students. Well, just not yet. And the 5 students are Sono, Kangi, Minkyu, Bomtae, and Junuk. Now at the same time, we see Dongman, who is a detective. He's basically infiltrating a illegal gambling location. And Yellow Suit, he doesn't have a name, but he just goes by Yellow Suit. He's trying to take Yellow Suit down, but he does get found out. And he's fighting against the bad guys. Then later on, Dongnam does bump into Sono, and that's basically their first encounter. But then later on, their relationship, it gets very rocky. And now we're at the judo competition. Sono is there to hack the camera for his brother so he can confess to a girl. This is where we get the introduction of Kangi, and basically someone, I think her coach, is telling her to not compete because she does have an injured hand. But because she's so passionate, she doesn't want to give up. This is her only shot to get a bronze medal. Well, at least a bronze medal. So you can see that this character is very passionate and is very determined, but also stubborn in a good way. So when Kangi is telling her coach, hey, I can compete, I'm gonna compete, Sono is overhearing this while he's hacking the camera for his brother. It's basically one of those scenes of love at first sight. Now, while Seung Beom, Sono's brother, is competing in his judo competition, Kangi is competing in hers. Sono gets caught by security because he is hacking the cameras and he's running away from security. Fast forward, he bumps into Kangi after she loses her judo competition, falls on top of her. There's that cliche, you know, having the guy fall on top of the girl or vice versa. And you have that love at first sight kind of thing. And then at the same time, we see on the screen Kangi, and words pop up and it's a confession. But remember, Seung Beom told Sono to do that for a girl that he likes, not for Kangi. So Kangi shows up on the screen and the confession that Seung Beom had for the girl, apparently it was for Kangi. Then Kangi sees what was on the screen. She is confused by a bit, but then call it disgusting and then grabs Sono, flips him and tosses him across the room. Dang. Then next, we do get a little bit of a backstory for Sono. First, both his parents passed away, and then he gets adopted by his dad's friend, who is also Seung Beom's dad. But as kids, both Seung Beom and Sono didn't really have the best of relationship, because Seung Beom, remember, as kids, he wanted Sono out. He doesn't want him in the family. But then later on in life, you can see the bond between both brothers. Like, they are really best friends. Then fast forward to both Seung Beom's and Sono's dad in the hospital. He needs surgery. Here's the thing. They don't have money for it. So what the boys did was hack. Mostly Sono. He hacked an account to get some money to pay for the surgery and have their dad out of the hospital. Later on, they get caught by the police, by Dongman. And then now we're at the police station. The officers is interrogating the boys. Here comes their dad, shocked at what he's seeing, gets on his knees and begs to the cops to let his boys go. Dongman, he is very disappointed in the boys, and he thinks that the boys should repay their dad, because look at what their dad is doing. Still on his knees on the floor begging, and he's giving the boys advice, hey, you should change your life and do something to repay your dad and also repay for the mistakes that you've done. So what Dongman did was rip the paper, let everything go, and gave Sono a warning. If we cross paths again, I'm gonna treat you unfairly. And that was foreshadowing, definitely. Sono did apply to the police university, not because he wanted to be a police officer, it was because of Kangi. Apparently, he follows her on Instagram, found out that she would be attending that university, so that's why he applied to that university, and he does pass the written exam. Then we get to the interview. We see 4 of the 5 students going to their interview and passing with B's and A's. Then we get to our 5th student, Sono. He's ready for his interview, and guess who is one of the interviewers? It's Dongman. And remember what Dongman said to him at the police station? If we ever cross paths, I'm gonna treat you unfairly. So what Dongman said to him during the interview was, "You're never gonna get in." And that was the end of the first episode. So for episode 2, at the beginning of the episode, it starts with the review. So the other interviewers are questioning how come Dongman and Sono know each other? Are they enemies or something? Dongman said, well, it's something personal. But one of the interviewers said, you should not include anything personal in this interview. Then the interview starts, and the other interviewers is telling Sono, join the judo club, take more English classes. At the same time, Dongman is just talking down on Sono and ask him a question, can a criminal be rehabilitated? And Sono said yes. And this is where Sono does leave a good impression, talking about his dad, talking about never having a dream, but also answering Dongman's question. At the end, the other interviewers were impressed, but Dongman just flat out and showed him that he gave him an F. And then later on in the episode, we do find out that all of the students, well, the main character students, passed and they're ready to join police university. Now, at the same time, we find out that Seung Beom is joining the Marine Corps. Now, to start off the year at the police university, it gets rocky, especially between Sono and Dongman. You can see their hate and hate relationship between them. And this was a good opportunity for Dongman to really give Sono a very hard time. The first thing he does is make Sono the 3rd unit's captain. And then when they were doing drill training, when they were duck walking, everyone pretty much made it. Beomtae was tired out. He couldn't make it. But Sono, he went back, he duck walked back, helped Beomtae reach to the finish line. And what he said to him really did prove that he could be a good captain. Hey, we're going to live together. We're going to die together. And he helped Beomtae make it to the finish line. Apparently, for Sono, he didn't make it. So for Dongman to really give him a hard time, he said everyone except for the captain head to the cafeteria. As for the captain, duck walk back up the hill again. Then we get to the ending of this episode. I know I skipped a lot, but I want to get to the main points. So Dongman called out on Sono for taking out more money. The 5,000 that he took out was for Seung Beom before he left for his military service. Then for Sono, he begged, he pleaded to give him one more chance. And that one more chance, he won't break any rules. Dongman, he doesn't even care. He basically walks back, but then he gets a phone call from his partner and saying, hey, remember that online hacker, your friend? It's Sono. The guy who is your enemy? He's also your online friend. Oh yeah, I don't want to forget about that one scene. It was a mystery person texting somebody about Dongman who is after them. Right now, we don't know the entire story of that situation, but I can't wait to find out more. So my impression on the episode, this was a fun drama to watch, and I do recommend it. Just seeing the relationship between certain characters, like the hate and hate relationship between Sono and Dongman, seeing the sort of, it's not romance yet, but maybe it's getting there. I don't know. But that type of relationship between Kangi and Sono, seeing the brotherhood relationship between Seung Beom and Sono, the brotherhood relationship, I kind of teared up because I do have a brother of my own, and anything brotherhood related, I can't help but think, when it comes to my brother, I always have his back no matter what. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of both episode 1 and 2 of Police University. If there's anything I might have missed, and I'm pretty sure there is, leave it in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.